Hello, I'm Scott Wrighton and I serve as the Decatur City Manager. The COVID numbers that we have here in Macon County continue to underscore the seriousness of the situation, but I'm pleased to come before you with a little bit of good news to report as well. There are only 2 counties in the entire state of Illinois that, based on the statistics and the metrics and the two-week running averages that the state uses, have emerged from warning status. And both of them are in our region of the state, Piatt County and Champaign County. The good news is that Macon County's positivity numbers, at least after Piatt and Champaign, are among the best in that region, and they're headed in the right direction. Our most recent positivity rate is 6.5%. The region's positivity rate is 9.1%. It's still not totally out of warning because it has to aggregate into a 2-week running average. But whereas every other county adjoining Macon besides Piatt has a higher positivity rate, ours continues to go in the right direction. And some of those positivity rates in those adjoining counties are significantly higher, sometimes in the ranges of 12 to 19%, but we are at 6.5%. And what this means is that we may soon be out of warning status. And the other thing that it tells me is that the measures enacted by city and county government, as well as by many local businesses to prevent the spread of the virus, are working. Testing remains available at the Civic Center parking lot until December 20th, and then that service provided by the Illinois Department of Public Health will not be returning. But until December 20th, they're available from 8 until 4. You can also get tested at Crossing Healthcare's new drive-through facility at the corner of North Water Street and King Street. Additionally, several other employers have secured for themselves and for their own employees access to rapid testing, and all of these test results, an increased volume of test results, helps bring our local positivity rates down. The city of Decatur, I think, has been harshly criticized for the middle-of-the-road position it has taken with regard to regulations involving mask use in indoor public places and the temporary suspension of indoor dining. And I don't think that some of that criticism is fair. The city of Decatur has not acted as the state of California or New York has in significantly overreaching government authority. The city of Decatur has not poked about in what happens in private residences, and we haven't shut down churches or other religious events or thrown people off of buses because their masks weren't on straight or something like that. No, we haven't even written a citation for indoor dining violations since November 30th. And the reason for that is that the police continue to seek voluntary compliance with the rules first, and only write citations if there is not compliance. And so because of that approach, that much more middle-of-the-road approach, since the 1st of December, both people and businesses have been complying. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for all of your hard work. Your concerted efforts are paying off, evidenced most of all by that decreasing positivity number. And I believe it could lead to earlier reopenings of our businesses, both in our region and for Macon County, much sooner. And your city will be advocating for that reopening as soon as it can practically be done. In the meantime, the city of Decatur is working as fast as it can to turn around money that we have received or will receive from state and federal governments. The City Council has decided to use as much of the funds that we receive in this manner as possible. We've even elected not to use some of it to plug the holes in our budget, which are significant, but instead to directly assist citizens and small businesses to the greatest extent that we can. A little bit earlier this year, the city enacted an agreement with Dove, a local social service agency, to make direct distribution to citizens who may be affected by COVID and as a result are behind in their rent or their utility payments. We've contracted with Dove to get the money out, so the city is not actually providing the money directly to citizens. We are arranging for Dove to do it. They started taking appointments to meet and go through the application on Monday the 14th. It is not a walk-in service. You have to make an appointment, so please call Dove if you think you're eligible for that and would like to meet with them. And those meetings are taking place on the first floor of the Decatur Civic Center. In addition, The city has 3 other grants that are intended to provide assistance to small businesses. There's been much discussion in the media lately about what sort of rules and regulations should apply to that, but in total, those 3 grant programs could provide as much as $2 million in direct assistance to eligible businesses who have incurred expenses related to COVID or more practically had revenue shortfalls through the end of December. For the assistance to small businesses, we are partnering with the Community Investment Corporation of Decatur, a local entity that's been here in Decatur for 20 years, providing assistance to businesses, providing assistance in forms of not only coaching and assistance, but also they also run some revolving loan programs, and so they're used to doing this kind of work, and so those small business assistance programs will be run through that agency. At the last City Council meeting, the City Council also took action, as it's required to do by law every December, on its annual tax levy ordinance. The City of Decatur's tax levy actually constitutes only about 16% of the total tax bill that citizens pay. So if we were to make a pie chart of the total taxes that you pay on your real estate in City of Decatur, you'd find that a fairly small wedge of that is actually the City of Decatur's. The City of Decatur decided that we would try to keep it as level as possible. There are other districts that also contribute to the tax levy, the school district, the sanitary district, the park district, the county, and others. And so we encourage you to take a look at your tax bill when it comes in June and understand that those 11 different taxing bodies all contribute to determining the tax bill. The City of Decatur City Council only controls that 16% of it. One other new development I want to tell you about is that the city has put a map that you can access on our website that shows all of the surplus properties that we have available for sale or for transfer or for some kind of an agreement for its redevelopment and repurposing. It's on the neighborhood revitalization section of the city's website, and we encourage you to go there if you're interested in perhaps buying a vacant side lot next to your house, or maybe a place where there could be 2, 3, maybe even 4 vacant lots all put together that you might have an idea for how to acquire, how you might repurpose them or build a new structure on those places. Because the city has spent a lot of time working with this inventory, we've cleared all the title restrictions, and so if you're interested in acquiring one of these parcels, please contact Tim Dudley in our Community Development Department and follow the other instructions that are on the website about that. 2020 has been a hard year for everyone, for all of us, but several good things have happened too. And one of those is that the community has, for the most part, worked together to solve its problems, and this decreasing positivity rate that we've seen is one of those. So again, thank you for all the hard work that you have done to make this happen. It wouldn't happen without, if only government was responsible. It only happens because the community has worked together to achieve this outcome. Thank you very much, and I look forward to talking to you again next week.